Hello viewers, welcome to Bestbrands TV. Bestbrands TV is brought to you by the Center for Brand Analysis, and in 30 minutes we'll showcase the beginnings and successes of Ghana's best brands. I'm Suzette Otu, and this is Bestbrands TV.
Today, Unique Floral is a household name in Ghana with many locations across Accra. Unique Floral is proud to be the biggest retailer of fresh and artificial flowers in West Africa. For over 20 years, the company has specialized in providing an extensive range of beautiful flowers and gifts, as well as a high standard event planning and decoration in Ghana.
Somewhere in 1991, I was an air hostess with Ghana Airways, and flowers happen to be my passion. So most of the time when I go out there, like we go on flights and we have like 3-4 days to spare, then I go around and buy flowers and stuff and bring them home. And it got to a point I had too many flowers in my house, and friends come in and it's like, oh, okay, I like this, I like that. And then I just give them out. And somewhere along the line, my husband suggested that, why don't you turn this thing into a business? So I started selling some at home. Then we decided that we'll get a place outside the home to open a little shop. And that's exactly how Unique Floral started.
Over the years, Unique Floral has created a unique ambience for events through floral deco using both fresh and artificial flowers. The company has used its specialty in the art of decoration to meet and exceed the expectations of clients, be it simple or elegant arrangements, traditional or contemporary.
When I started in that small way, I must say I did not anticipate it like this. I thought it had potential, but I didn't think it was going to be a household name. But I know that we have quite a number of clients all over West Africa. Because we have people wanting us to do stuff for them outside Ghana, in Ghana. And because we're doing this telefloral thing where we send flowers worldwide, then we get to have a lot more clients outside there. Initially, juggling the two jobs together, like being an air hostess and then later on moving on into management and being a head of in-flight, as well as having the shop that was growing and the variety of stuff that people wanted. Initially was a bit of a problem because I thought it was just selling flowers, but they wanted all the accessories that goes with floristry. And then managing the family with all of this together was quite challenging. But when I found a way around it, it became easy. We put our staff on special training once in a while. Like we get a resource person to come and talk to them.
Unique Floral has sought to bring freshness to its historic brand. After delivering flowers for almost 2 decades, Unique Floral has become a well-linked and recognizable company. And by leveraging awareness of the brand in Ghana, the company has developed an identity that is compelling and immediately familiar.
I kind of have this thing with my clients that, hey, if I'm able to satisfy you so much, you bring me a bottle of wine or champagne. And I've been able to collect so much, and I'm waiting for the day that I would have a party and then bring it all out and have fun with the people who brought them. We already have branches out there, but we'll have to look at it carefully, whether we really want to expand that much or would want to like keep a tab on what we already have. In the next 5 years, quite a number of people have actually asked us that they want to have franchises and stuff like that. And we are looking at it that we would want that and then open a lot more avenues. Because with our school, the school we have, A lot of people from neighboring countries have attended and they want to be a part of it. A word of advice to people who are interested in this kind of trade is, hey, come join the bandwagon. It's something that is, I would say, soothing. It was my hobby, now it is my business. So it's like every time you are happy doing what you love to do, and then on the side making some money. We hope that someday there'll be people who would say, oh, you know, I'm doing so well and I trained with Unique Flora, or Unique Flora helped me to achieve this. Okay, it's better than me having it all to myself and making it as if nobody should join, nobody should copy. I love it when I see that somebody's copied my work. It makes me feel good. So like it also challenges me to be more creative, and it's fun.
Unique Flora has the enviable achievement of not only servicing most of the top corporate events in Ghana, but also remains the only deco school to have its own garden for events. So anytime you have an occasion you want to bring to life, just look for the Unique Floral effect.
Branding to us is fundamental, basic, and essential. To attain a level of profitability, you have to differentiate your product from the others. That was the bedrock on which Unique Floral Center was built. A word of advice to the small and medium scale companies. To them, I would say advertising is still the quickest and most effective way to tell a brand story. But that is not enough. Like I earlier said, branding is fundamental, basic, and very essential. The dollar is just a piece of paper, but branding has made it the most sought after piece of paper. That is currency worldwide. You may therefore want to keep your eyes open to confront your challenges and keep looking for opportunities. Every difficult season carries its own package of blessings. Remember, no branding, no differentiation. No differentiation, no long-term profitability. Think outside the box. Be unique.
The skyline of Accra is buzzing with buildings. As Ghana's economy grows, so is the demand for quality residential and commercial properties. The Ghanaian economy is currently experiencing an influx of investors from the West, East, and the African sub-region, and demand for luxury residential and commercial buildings have been on the rise. Over the past decade, Buena Vista Homes has emerged as one of Ghana's preeminent builder developers, with a reputation for good quality, well-designed and built homes. Its gated residential communities offers all homeowners secured neighborhoods with community amenities.
Buena Vista started in 1999 between three Ghanaian parties who came together to set up the company. It was born out of a vision to provide good quality homes. The three parties had different expertise which we brought together. One of them was a banker, the other was a quantity surveyor, and myself as the architect. When we're looking for a name for the company, the three partners, I remember there was one meeting where we all came up with different names and we decided to vote. And interestingly, Buena Vista had the most votes, from the other partners, because it was just a nice, strange name that, we thought, well, it's a Spanish word for beautiful views, at Vista. So we thought, well, that captures, in essence, what we're trying to do. We had looked at the market, looked at what people had been offering, and we thought that we needed to differentiate our product from what other people were doing on the market. So part of that whole process of differentiation was to identify what are the key things that will set us apart.
And the answer to that was in the design. We thought that, look, it's not just the design of the houses, but also the design of the community. So we looked at what elements of design will help set our products apart from our competition. And we started to evolve in developing minute details, and those details are reflected in various building elements.
The real estate market in Ghana is expected to remain healthy for years to come. The country has shown exemplary signs of economic growth and political stability over the past 25 years. However, one key difference is the perception of home buyers about the kind of property they are purchasing. In this regard, Buena Vista Homes stand tall, and that is why the company's premier gated development in Tema, Ghana, has been an outstanding success.
At the beginning, to be honest with you, we didn't have a very grand vision. The vision was start small, do it well, and keep doing it well. And I think that really has underpinned everything that we've done. There's been small beginnings, there's been painstaking, but we've always wanted to build products of quality.
The Buena Vista image is reflected in every home and community created and features these distinct designs, unwavering construction details, and steadfast commitment to customer service.
The real estate industry is a very challenging industry, and lots of the issues have revolved around government policy, where government in essence keeps a hands-off approach. At the moment, you probably find that about 90% of the housing stock that goes up in this country is built by individuals, private individuals. The corporate developers are probably just doing about between 5 and 10% of the housing stock every year. So the general policy approach from government has been to keep a hands off, and you guys go out and slug it out, and so you find the developer is left on his own to find land, to raise capital, to do infrastructure. You have to build roads, build drains, bring in water, bring electricity. And it gets very expensive once you start to do all that. So yes, it's been very challenging because banks are not willing to support, because the banks tend to do short-term funding. They want 12 months, 24 months turnaround. But in real estate, we're looking for medium to long term, 5 to 7 to 10 years. So it's a real big challenge, and when you're borrowing at 25-30%, to finance infrastructure, when on the back of it really it's not my core. I'm just interested in developing the houses.
The Buena Vista Homes brand promise is centered around this phrase, and the company's excellence at delivering top-notch real estate and luxury apartments has further strengthened the brand. Buena Vista's advertising messages are mainly on radio, with outdoor and television advertisements complementing their spend. However, word of mouth also helped the brand's growth and created talkability for the brand.
It's such that we don't settle for second best. We want to make sure that we have the best material. Now, once you join us, we also have various training programs. You need to be able to have the mindset of building quality homes and doing excellent work to be able to keep the brand going. So one of the things we really focus on is on in-house training. We have various training programs we have, and some of it is also on site, like I said, where we actually take you through what the expectations are, the company's expectations of you are, and how you fit in to the broader picture. Our staff have been great, and we always encourage that you should see yourself as part of a bigger picture, because whatever you do in your own small corner fits into the broader picture. We've had a good and dedicated staff who've been very supportive, what the business is been hoping to achieve. And we've positioned the brand so that in the minds of people, it's one of the places you go to when you're looking for a house, because at least you're sure about the quality of what you're getting. It's also been good because professionals have been involved in it. Like I said,
once you have built industry professionals who are involved in every stage of the process, you find that quality becomes one of the key things we want to achieve. Looking forward over the next 5-10 years, we're looking at opportunities, broadening, first of all, trying to consolidate what we've done in Ghana so far. We're looking also at expanding the brand into other African countries. So we hope to continue our growth, continue to create employment for various built industry professionals. We offer internship for students, some of the departments, and continue to contribute our quota to society through our corporate social responsibility programs and so on.
Buena Vista homes are not built, they are crafted. This is one phrase which resonates not only with upper middle class Ghanaians who are ready to own their Buena Vista home, but also with the aspirational Ghanaian nursing ambitions of owning a home in a gated community.
People have identified our homes as homes that are crafted, but again, it evolves from the design. So we have a very rigorous design process in-house where it involves not just the architects, but the other members of staff. Grade as an institution, that's just the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, has been very supportive, and we're members of the association. Then it's the umbrella organization, and they have all sorts of training programs and seminars and so on, which are helpful in educating members. But having said that, it's a very tough industry, and you need to really be willing to stick in your boots and go the hard way. It's also an industry where people cut a lot of corners. And my advice to any new entrant would be, don't cut corners. Do things the right way, and eventually it will pay off.
You've been gone in an empty home. Going back where you belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Metropolitan Insurance Company, incorporated in 1993 as a composite insurer. The company divested itself of its life business in 2006 and has since operated as a non-life insurer with a stronger presence in the corporate sector and has been making significant inroads into the personal lines market.
The Metropolitan Insurance Company is those to the public for business in 1994. We saw an opportunity in the market at that time because that period was characterized by very high inflation. The life insurance industry was almost moribund because the product that were on offer could not meet the needs of the insurance public at the time, and the service level in the insurance industry was also very low. So we saw an opportunity to bring into the industry a company that will be able to deliver appropriate products, be able to deliver very effective service, and a company that is truly, concentrating on the customers. The vision we had at the time was to develop an insurance company which should be the preferred one, which is well managed, financially sound, and truly customer-oriented.
Metropolitan Insurance Company Limited has grown to be the largest Ghanaian-owned short-term insurer in Ghana and continues to be nominated as one of Ghana's Club 100 in recognition of corporate excellence and customer satisfaction.
We won the CMG Insurer of the Year award in 1998. We continued to 2001 and won it again. And last year we also won it again. We were the first insurance company to introduce universal life product into the market, which was actually a product designed to cater for the high inflation in the market at the time. And people also remember that we went ahead to introduce the first effective medical insurance scheme called the Medcare, And we were also the first company to introduce a life insurance product specifically for the Muslim community called the Labaika. We had a motor executive, insurance policy, which was the first motor insurance policy in the market to promise you that if you had an accident, then we'll pay for a replacement car for you. We are now a non-life insurance company since 2006.
Yeah, what we did as a company is to really pay a lot of attention to our brand. So we set out deliberately to engage consultants to try and do some work on our brand. So once the work was completed and they made some recommendations, we looked at their recommendations and then agreed that we should carry out their recommendations to improve our brand presence and strength.
Metropolitan's ability to maintain positive cash flows has been and continues to be a striking contrast to industry norms of recent years, reflecting well on the resilience of the Metropolitan brand.
The competition is now very intense. So I think we came to the market and we were able to move very fast because we were doing something that they should have been doing that they were not doing. But as time went on, people began to see what we were doing, and they tried to challenge us at our own game. So it means that we also have to raise the bar. We had to design a strategy, which is 2 years ago. We refreshed the brand and we redefined. The vision is the same, but we redefined our brand promise to our clients, and also kind of re-engineer our systems, our processes, to reorientate our staff to understand the new direction.
Metropolitan's core values focus on people, trust, and performance, and these themes shape the way business is conducted. These values are driven through its corporate social investment project and sponsorships that focus on education, health, economic empowerment, and youth development as a business and socio-economic imperative.
The Risk Management Department offers risk advisory services to our clients. What we basically do is that any client who wants to come on our books, we go to the client's premises and then we survey the premise, looking out for risk exposures, and then we offer advice to the client as to what to do to curb some of these exposures.
We as pace setters, we started this, and then the other insurance companies decided to tread the same way. We have maintained this special relationship, and for that reason, anytime the brokers are thinking of any insurance company to place their clients' business, it's Metropolitan that they think of first. For professionalism, they know that we are number one, and for service, we are also number one.
Metropolitan's new emphasis on brand development is further endearing customers to the company.
Once we refresh the brand, we try to carry out a series of activities. One of them was to do radio campaigns. 2 was to do print media. The other was to do billboards. Then we also did a unique thing that wasn't done in the industry, to brand our vehicles. Since we started the brand campaign, we've realized that even though we haven't done a scientific evaluation about what the brand can do, but we can see it has impacted in terms of our growth. For all these activities that we have been doing in the last couple of years, it was not too surprising when we received a letter from the Center for Brand Analysis nominating us for the emerging brand for the year 2013. And we believe that our hard work has paid off, and we are really very happy that we have been nominated, and hopefully we will be crowned the top emerging brand for the year 2013.
Together we can is not merely a tagline for Metropolitan, it's a way of life for the company, and the communities within which it operates across the continent. Met Insurance's business practice underlines its vision of creating prosperity for Ghana's people and contributes to the economy by creating wealth and job opportunities.
Many a time, we settle claim within 48 hours. We have received recommendation from various stakeholders, particularly the garages. The latest is Mechanical Lloyd. They were here last week to personally express their satisfaction with the way we handle their claims. They told us that what really intrigues them is the fact that Met calls them to come for their checks. According to them, they have to even chase the clients, the insured companies, to pay them.
We want to be sure that within the next 5 years, we should be in every region. We've invested in our IT platform, but we want to take it a step further so that we'll be able to do e-marketing. Rather, we have all our branches are on the web network. But we want to be able to deploy this to all the regions. People can sit in the comfort of their homes and do business with us. And we want to be the company which is efficient in terms of per capita. What we mean is that if we take the truth that we don't become that right, our staff, each individual should be the highest in the market. And we also want to be the most profitable. So all this we will do to make sure that in the next 5 years, we should still remain among the first 3 companies in the industry, but we will be the most profitable in the industry.
Appointed Time Screen Printing is one of those companies with a rare and strange beginning and signals the intent of one of Ghana's foremost entrepreneurs, Dr. Joseph Sianwe Japon, to succeed in what was then a relatively unknown market. The story is told of how in 1997, Japon plowed back his profit from the exercise books business and with additional support from his mother, established a printing press called Jospon Printing Press in a small room at Jamestown, a suburb of Accra. That was the beginning of the now illustrious company.
Appointed Time Screen Printing began its operations in the year 2003, in the month of July, through a contract we had from the Church of Pentecost. And after executing that contract, we decided to run the screen printing company, which is Appointed Time Screen Printing Company.
A subsidiary of the Jospon Group of companies, and also a member of the prestigious Ghana Club 100, Appointed Time Screen Printing was registered in 2003 with the aim of delivering superior quality branded promotional merchandises and gift items to individuals, public and private organizations in Ghana at relatively competitive prices. And over the years, the company has done just that, becoming a major part of several marketing companies in the process.
Our main focus is to be timeliness, to be just on time with the client. So all this is right from the start, from delivering of the sample to the customer, also on timely, to the approval of the artwork by the client, and the final job order to be delivered also to the client right on time. We started with 5 people, currently we are 60. Because our business is driven by technology, we keep changing the technology, the way we do our things. So on the acquisition of every new technology with every machine that we purchase outside, we send 2 or 3 of our staff to go on training. But if we don't send the staff and we buy from the manufacturer brings the experts down to come and train as many people, like say 10 people on the machine.
The company also boasts a 24-hour factory equipped with state-of-the-art machinery and manned by highly trained technicians with a client service team, always ready to respond to your request.
Appointed Time Screen Printing's quality has always been with the client satisfaction, because we try to apply the right sort of technology on every product that we do. Example, like using the right type of ink for the right type of fabric, the right type of temperature in drying every product that we do to make sure that the quality is tested at the quality control section before it comes out for the final delivery. So for quality, we are always conscious of that effort. Appointed times capacity, currently we always say it's underutilized because for our screen printing session, we have 1,800 screen printing pallet machine, meaning that you get 1,800 t-shirts done within an hour. So if you are multiplying by the number of hours you done in a day, you are looking about 9,600 shirts done within a day. The same comes to when it comes with the embroidery department. We have 4-6 heads embroidery machines, which means there are 24 heads, which can roll you out 24 shirts within 5 minutes. And so for capacity wise, the same goes with the large format screen printing machine, which does the large format works within minutes and you are done. So for capacity, we say it's always underutilized because we'll not be able to achieve the expected market we're expecting to have.
Appointed time screen printing is arguably Ghana's leading providers of corporate promotional merchandising.
We design an artwork for you if you don't have one. If you are satisfied with the artwork, where the graphic designer's output, it goes through the dark room, which is they shot a film, and then after shooting the film, it becomes a screen, and from there it goes on to the production department where they apply the ink and the squeegee on the screen to print on the t-shirt. After it goes through drying, and then you have your t-shirt ready. It's a very simple process because of the technology we use. Our major challenge is with power. So when we don't have power, it means more cost using generator.
Appointed time screen printing as a brand has and continues to benefit immensely from its association with the Jospon Group of companies as a subsidiary. And riding on the backs of the group, the company has made many evident strides.
Our business promotion, like every business, advertising is very key. So we use both the radio, the newspaper, and the television. So normally we have advertising campaigns like coming out with promotions to promote a particular product. Normally when we have our peak season, like for instance May Day, we try to come up with promotion because we know each and every organization will be wearing a shirt to go for the May Day match. When it is also getting to Christmas where people have a lot of occasions, we also come up with promos. And for what most people know us for during the political season, we run a lot of promos there to enforce our presence that we are always there. In 5 years' time, I see appointed time to triple its revenue than it's getting now. I also see appointed time being able to deliver every little thing that the customer will want so that we will be able to build a very strong economy like the wish of every Ghanaian. For our customers, I want to assure them that the quality that we have always given them, we have even added on. And like our slogan goes, your world of printing solutions, every printing request, we will be there to deliver on time.
But that is not to discount the many significant steps that are taken to ensure that its business is recognized by the wider Ghanaian community, and that reflects in the strategic advertising and promotions it does from time to time on radio and TV. However, the biggest tool for the company is the word of mouth advertising it gets as a result of its quality work and paid prices.
Currently, we are on the Spintex Road near the Coca-Cola roundabout, adjacent the Standard Chartered Bank. We are also at Atabaka, opposite the UT Bank. And then we are also on the Jamestown near the Osherford High Street.
This brings us to the end of today's edition. See you next week.